Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, and if you've been listening this is great news. If you're hearing this message, you probably heard all the other message about Sleep With Me Plus, but this one's different because we're having a sale right now until December 31st. You could save 20% off your first 3 months and just use that same link, sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus, or if you want to give or get the gift of Sleep With Me Plus, someone in your life says, what's the perfect gift for you? Well, I'll really miss Sleep With Me if it's gone. I listen all the time. I'd love to check out the ad-free episodes, story-only episodes. They can gift you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months of Sleep With Me Plus at any level for 20% off. So they could buy you a year, or, hey, you could buy yourself a year of Sleep With Me Plus and get 20% off. And you could do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/gift. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/gift. Get the gift, give the gift, or just sign up and support the show that puts you to sleep. sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks, everybody.
This show is supported by Odoo. When you buy business software from lots of vendors, the costs add up and it gets complicated and confusing. Odoo solves this. It's a single company that sells a suite of enterprise apps that handles everything from accounting to inventory to sales. Odoo is all connected on a single platform in a simple and affordable way. You can save money without missing out on the features you need. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcaster who's here to keep you company, take your mind off of stuff, and enable you to get the sleep you need and you deserve, but to cut through the loneliness in the deep, dark night in a very silly way. Even though I'm using a kind of serious tone right now, I can still say Fanoni Frone or whatever, but I'm just here to take your mind off stuff and keep you company so that you can get the rest you need. This show is very different, and if you keep listening, you'll find out. If you already know within 10 seconds you don't like me or the show, I mean, I would say give it a few tries because the podcast is free and it really works for the people it works for. It just doesn't work for everybody. But if you already know that it's not going to work for you, check out sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. Has a bunch of other sleepy stuff on there and sleep podcasts you could check out. But if you do give it a few tries, just see how it goes. Most people say it takes 2 or 3 tries to get used to. But the show is here, and I have sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you, because you deserve a good night's sleep, right? A bedtime you could look forward to, a friend to keep you company and make bedtime a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more cozy, a little bit more friendly. So that's what I'm here to do. The way it works is we'll have some support after this, so the show's free, paying for it's optional. Then there's a long, meandering intro, separate from the support. It's totally separate from the support, the intro. But the intro is meant to ease you into bedtime. It introduces you to the show. But for most listeners, they're getting ready for bed, and it's just part of their bedtime routine and their wind-down routine. And then we'll have a bedtime story after that. I actually honestly don't know what it's going to be because there's a couple things floating on the recording schedule, so I'm not sure which episode I'm going to record that's going to go with this intro. So rolling some random fun here. And, yeah. Oh, you say Scoots. Well, let me get to, this is just the very beginning of the podcast. So, yeah, that's the structure of the show. That's what makes the show. So give it a try and see how it goes. And these sponsors are how we're able to do it twice a week. Everybody, Scoots here. Welcome to our episodically modular series, Journey into the World of Friends. It's an adventure in friendship. And what this adventure is I think all of the characters catch up on most of it, but it's a group of friends who are playing, or they're designing a role-playing campaign or role-playing adventure, and then they kind of got involved in their role-playing adventure, very deeply involved, you'd say, adventuring in a theme park, maybe in our future alternative timeline. I'm not exactly sure. In a theme park, so long since closed, but not dormant. Oh, no. Full of activity, and they're inside a ride called Journey into the World of Friends, where characters once upon a time sang about friendship as you over and over again in all the languages of the world, I believe, as you rode a boat through sets of them dancing and singing and smiling. Sounds like just the kind of ride I would love to get stuck on if I was making a sleep podcast. That's a little nugget of Genesis there. But talking about journey into the world, the adventure of friendship, I have a friendship with an adventurer who's here as our Hollywood announcer. He goes on an adventure every week. Well, not every week, every 10 days about. Also, I just text him. I say, by the way, I'm recording episode 9 tomorrow. And he's always willing to be here. And that's our Hollywood announcer, Mr. Antonio Banderas. This is a Friends Beyond the Binary. This is ladies and gentlemen, this is boys and girls. It's time for friendship. Yippee-yi-yay. And journey into the world of friends. Hello, friend. That was from, was that from Baldur's Gate? Did you just quote that back? He did. He shrugged. Baldur's Gate's like the hot game when we're recording this. 3, I think. That's from the original, which we never finished, Antonio. And then we bought the tablet version, but it was just too, couldn't get past the initial phase. But Antonio's just shrugging because that's what you do, huh, buddy? Well, welcome to Journey into the World of Friends. And I don't know what else to say other than I'm honored to be here. Oh, Antonio also wanted me to let me know, like, he realizes that it's just, he doesn't, I don't think he actually lives in Hollywood. So he told that to me. But I think he was playing with me because I said, well, it's a term of endearment in this case. And kind of non-humbling. Like, say, we got ourselves a Hollywood announcer, real or imagined Hollywood, not the announcer. You're just in my dreams. But thanks, everybody. It's time for a journey into the world of friends. Okay, before we proceed, as we're packing up, we're trying to get into the security room, but can we kind of go through where we are and how we got there? This is Zell. Yes, Zell, why don't you take it? Okay, well, we're trying to get into the security room. That's kind of a focal point of the handy halls, which are beneath this theme park within the land of leisure, where we're adventuring. Important discussion point I'd like to have in a world that's not our own, that we're actually adventuring in, probably seems like it. Now, I don't know if we discussed that recently, but it's just been, that's what I was thinking about last night when I should have been getting shut-eye. We were originally, this adventure started in a living room. And it became more of an adventure when we all started having to live together and whatever. That part's not as important as we were designing an adventure into this attraction called Journey into the World of Friends, a leisurely boat ride through a world of friends, a journey through the world of friendship across the globe or the world of friends. I don't know. But it was a time of great need because the Baron of the Boil, who was looking like they were going to be a pretty good leader of Florida, and she had kind of restored the water flow, but like across the state, so people could grow stuff and drink water, and seemed to kind of keep everybody like free commerce and, travel and adventuring. But the Baron had said that the water flow had stopped again and been interrupted. And eventually found out it was the Baron's kind of like a partial, not a son by birth, but a son by choice, Veduel, a magic user, partially cool-blooded Lazard. or not part dragon, but dragon person. And we learned that Veduel and Veduel's minions had taken over this attraction. And this part of this theme park within the Land of Leisure, which is a collection of theme parks where in the before time, people would come to a vacation and have simulated adventures. Their adventures were actually more than designing a role-playing game, but not like we're in now. And eventually we made our way to this attraction. First we had to, go through the typical stages of adventure, having going to a town, gathering supplies and rumors and subquests, motivations, all that. But at some point, we found ourselves in the attraction on a quest to restore speaker wire to a room of friends who needed to sing and dance. And as we tried to do that, we met Mary Bear of Mary Bear Repair. But that part was where things started to be in person. I still don't, now I believe that we're actually here. I know there's some people that say this is still a dream or whatever, but it's been going on for a while. So we have to stop Veduel because Veduel's up to a bunch of things, mostly interrupting the water flow across from, for the natural, well, it's not natural, but the flow of water across the state of Florida. And then, so we don't like that, that was our first thing. Also, Veduel's attempting to excavate some sort of well of power or a portal to another world that we've come in contact with on other adventures, but not in real thing like this. And it would give Veduel unimaginable power and unleash who knows what on this world. That's where I get into my questions. What would happen to our world if this Veduel succeeds? The good news is Veduel's not going to succeed no matter what happens because Veduel does not know that a countdown has begun, which will cause this area to be flooded. Now, the bad news is that will be the end of the Land of Leisure and the World of Friends. Also, within each attraction, or at least this attraction, and as part of the other adventure we're on, the ride characters have gained sentience, and so they're actual beings. In my opinion, they're living beings, even though they're not organic beings. So that would probably at least create an impediment to their continuing on in this phase of their existence, which I have trouble with. But I get it. But what our current plan is we were supposed to. Also, the Baron of the Boil's son was somehow on an adventuring party that seems to have been found out by Veduel. So we're still trying to find the Baron of the Boil's son, adult son, adventurer, then stop Veduel, then stop the countdown is our current plan. And we've been led to believe that within the security room, we'll be able to get maps and maybe advanced tools to help us in our quest to stop Veduel. Also, it's locked up, so I guess there's always that thing of like, why is this locked up so tight? But I'm just wondering the stakes-wise for us as an adventuring party, especially since now we're arriving at near the entrance of the security room and knowing that in the other hallway there was a surprise planted by Veduel, and we'll roll our dice and see if we discover the surprise, proverbially, I guess, but is the because there's all those vines hanging down, and that tells me that something's going on, and also the floor's filled with water. But like, what'll happen if we don't succeed, right? Does anybody have any theories? I mean, what will happen to us if we don't succeed in maintaining our existence in this realm? Will we just wake up at home? And not to be a spoiler, but I don't think that's the case. I I think we'll be headed to another phase of existence or non-existence. And I guess I'm not looking to build consensus. I think if we don't succeed in this mission, like if this is a universe we're actually in, then what happens is this universe probably, also I'd like to get home, but I don't know. Also I don't really like, this is kind of cool. So I don't know. Does anybody have any thoughts? This is Granada of Dharma, Gazelle, and I don't know if everybody wants to wait. Like, the thing is, I'm examining what we're looking at now in this moment, and I found that that's all I can really take in. And I think I think I speak for everyone on some level. That probably now's not the best time to discuss. Let's get into the security room, okay? And by looking at this area and knowing that Veduel probably has set a surprise for us, I'm thinking that somebody else, looks like Eleanor's checking the vines, but I'm seeing some small exit holes that I'm guessing are related to the floor is hidden under the water. It could be water displacement, but I think it's just that or maybe it's magical. I don't know, Wada. You could check in that there's little darty poos that would come see us if we work our way across the room. I'm not exactly sure that they're the kind we could avoid, though. Because of the water, there's no way to tell. But we do have a couple people, like, very well armored and shielded. And we can see where the holes are. So unless there's any hidden holes that I think a phalanx of 2 shields could cover us, is my opinion. What about the vines, Eleanor? Yeah, the vines kind of seem relatively harmless. They could activate, so I don't think, like, because maybe you were thinking the same thing. Maybe you could have proceeded and unlocked the door since the lock is above the holes for the darty poos. But the vines will not, they are related to a plant, once known as the, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, what's your desire plant. And this plant's desire is that it likes our warmth and wants to embrace us for a very long time. But it's not an immediate danger. Like, it'd be only if we're grabbing onto the vines. I don't think the vines are going to actively pursue us. Okay, so I think we could proceed if you, Eleanor and, maybe, Eleanor, you got but could we go 3 phalanx of shields? Yeah, this is Eleanor. Zell and Lord Von Chill are getting ready. Go ahead. Well, we didn't check in with Wada. And yeah, I do detect some magic, but I can't figure out what it is, but I'm hearing something. So if we all fall quiet for a second, it's up in the, it's Mary Bear. Hey, Mary Bear. Mary Bear, what's going on? We're trying to get into the security room. Have you been, okay, you're in a hurry. Okay, you got to get back. But you knew you'd find, okay, because rumors work their way around fast, huh? Okay, what do you want to say? A lot is happening. Okay, got that. A lot is happening. Everybody hear that? Remember the ride. Okay. Remember the ride where you ride through the boat? The attraction. Okay. What's it? The attraction, Journey into the World of Friends, right? Okay, you got, and also you're going to help us? Oh, why? Oh, the darty poos are electrified. Oh, so if we were in the water, and even with the shields, we would have been all in big trouble. Very powerful, magical electricity, huh? So what are you going to do, Mary Bear? Oh, you're going to swing in front of that. You're going to you'll wait for us to activate it, but you'll swing. So we'll duck down. Okay, but what'll happen? No, I'm not familiar with the principles of electricity, really. I mean, I know I know with my spells. Okay, so we'll go. Oh, only Granada. Okay. And then you'll, okay. Okay, go ahead, Granada. Oh, yeah, we got to figure out. Okay, Granada's proceeding pretty high in dexterity, dexterously. Okay, and then we're seeing the Darty Poos activating. That does not look comfortable, Mary Bear. Don't worry about it. Your voice is different. Okay, you sure you can still proceed? Some of your soldering maybe. Okay, but okay, bye, Mary Bear. Don't forget the attraction. Okay. I wonder what she meant by that. Like, is that a way of letting us know we should really save the attraction? Okay. Zell's call, or sorry, I got my head on too many things here. I thought, Zell was leading, then Granada, but so Granada's almost got the door unlocked. Okay. Oh, wow. The door is opening. It's like it's like one of those, that's a thick door made of some sort of, it's like armor, but thicker than any armor I've ever seen. That is amazing. Yeah, that's one thick door. Okay. It's open. How should we proceed? Okay. Go ahead, Granada. You're looking in. Okay. The room is circular. Okay. Okay, there are some security bots in there, 2 of them against a wall, not active. Okay. The room is very preserved, but someone's been here. Okay. And so the room is circular, and then in the center of the room is some circular, desks and furniture. Okay. And then there's other metal doors to enter. Okay. And, there's other doors, a couple other doors. Okay. Not the entrance doors like this one we just opened, but those are there are the other entrance doors. So probably other rooms. Yeah. Okay. 2 styles of doors to the other rooms. Okay. That's interesting. And it feels clean and modern, you're saying. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Any surprises? No. You want me to come closer? Okay. I'm coming closer. Okay. Still detect, and Eleanor, why don't you also, I still detect the presence of strong magic, but it's permeating this whole area. There's something going on in one of those rooms behind one of those doors, but it could be the surprise of a duel left for us, but I don't detect anything in this immediate vicinity. Eleanor? No, I'm certain that there's nothing in this room. Fairly certain. And I defer to you that maybe there's something in another room. Okay, go ahead and proceed in, Granada. Oh, Granada, you just took a step back. Okay, there's one of the security bots is rolling around. It's like the bot we met with Mary Bear. Okay. You're okay. You're in a good position. Okay, you want us to take it back up. It doesn't seem to register your awareness you're there. What did you throw something in there? Oh, yeah, an empty can. Okay. So, okay, you're going to get closer. Oh, yeah, this is Granada of Darmok. So, it's making some sort of humming sound. It's a pleasant humming sound. Maybe it's not a security bot. Maybe it just seems to be moving around aimlessly. I think it's malfunctioning, as they say. And the other 2 are shut down. So I don't know, maybe Mary Bear I don't know. Mary Bear's gone, right? Okay, why doesn't everybody come in here? And, Wada, this seems to be where they would work from. Was this a room where there'd be sorcerers and, why? Because this seems like the kind of thing. In the center of this room, there's desks and seats. What's this circular thing around us? Yeah, this is Wada. So I'm familiar enough with the lore and the history. So this was, it wasn't sorcerers, believe it or not. It was by the same thing, principles of electricity and electron flow, that this was one large screen, they called it, which could be broken up into smaller screens where they could view electronic eyes, which were like magic. where whatever this room was covering a certain portion of the park, keeping an eye on this attraction and other attractions. And so you could see things there. And these bots, I don't know if they would send them out, but they're stationed here. And some of these knobs and buttons and things are meant to control what you would see on the screen as well as the screens themselves. Does that make sense to everybody? Granada here, Wada, kind of. So people would sit at these desks and press buttons and knobs while they're watching through magical or electronical eyes. I mean, I'm familiar with this from adventures. What was happening remotely at this attraction and other attractions, and look for opportunities to make people feel secure and to be helpful. Yeah, that's exactly true, as far as I can tell. And yeah, so they would press these buttons and stuff. Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't know. I it's just my gut, but there's something. Does anybody else feel that? Yeah, this is what I feel, a presence and I feel magic. Why don't we check what rooms which of these rooms we could get open? Because there's two that have regular, those were called doorknobs. Granada, maybe you're familiar with yeah, I'll try to work out. I'll check these for any surprises. I'm not detecting any surprises at this door. This door says office. So was that a being back then, an office? Office. So I'm going to get this one open, but I won't open it yet. Why don't Lord Von Chill and Wada stay here? Zell, can you come with me? Granada, Eleanor. I'm going to get this one open. Storage. That must be their wizard. Storage. Watch out for that. You don't want the security bot to run over your toes. I do feel like it has a lot of mass. It's a pleasant, it's almost like it's a musical entertainment. It's like, sounds like music. Hello. Oh, it just rolled right by me. Okay, storage. Okay, that door is unlocked. So let's open up. We're going to open up storage first and see what, is this where there are like a laboratory? Oh, okay. It's musty in here. Not as quite as sealed as there. There seems to be some cabinets, or dressers and some shelving. Is that what you'd use to clean the floor? That looks like a mop from our world. Okay, so there might be some usable stuff in this. Does one of you two want to start searching the room? Eleanor, you will. Okay. Okay, what about in the other room, the office's room? Oh, yes, this is Lord Von Chill. I'm opening up the door to office's room. Office was a this is a room of this would have been the leader of this group of the people who are here to keep things secure. So probably a general. I think that was their terminology for it. A lord, if you will. And yeah, they have. Wow, that's a water. That's that thing was a cooler of water. I remember reading about that. Apparently, these normally wouldn't be in these rooms. There was other rooms where they would go and gather around this like the cooler of water was treated with they recreated watering holes for animals, like in the forest, or regular, where we would gather our water. They would gather around this and in deference, they would hold the discussion which the cooler of water could listen to. It was a form of prayer or something, I believe, or deference to water or celebration of water. It does look like there's some more storage in here. Oh, wait a second. Look at on this wall here. This is a map of this room. It describes what so those other doors are those are holding rooms, because if this was for keeping things secure, every once in a while they would have guests there. Interesting. So there's looks like there's at least two of those. Those are what those doors that are. Oh yeah, and if we if we put below this panel here, these are mechanical switches. Oh, so it looks like from my memory, because I do have a castle with places below the castle to keep uninvited guests, and there's usually this is what you would call like a two-factor opening. So you would open it here. And then inside in the room with the lesser people that aren't a lord, who would say to me, Your Grace, if I was Ophis, this would be my room that I'd rule from. Obviously, I wouldn't be in such a lesser role as Ophis, but Ophis was considered a position of authority. So Ophis, obviously storage was a much lesser role, more like a laboratory assistant, maybe a wizard, I don't know. But so Ophis would come out after activating it and then say, go ahead, open the doors. So let's try these mechanical switches and see what we can do, if there's a way. Zell, can you go over to the that area there is called the control area on here. Control area. See, that makes sense to me, where they would control things. That's why those were, but so Zell, see if there's anything on there that says gas, I think that's a double L. Sale. I can't do it. Sales, maybe. Anything that's spelled differently doesn't look like sales, but it's that. Yeah, so I'm looking on here. Well, this one says, okay, this is boot. Okay, something's happened. I just hit this boot, because usually I'd kick something anyway, and then everything started to hum and vibrate. Anyone, Wada, any ideas? Oh boy. So, this place could have operated on fission or fusion, right? Anyone I don't know if people are familiar with that. So this could still have some power, though I can't imagine everything's working correctly. Maybe that's what's happening with this bot. But this room did seem hermetically sealed, even though someone has been in here. But maybe it's Mary Bear. I don't know. Maybe it was Veduel. Oh, look, I found, this is the Lord Von Chill. I found some maps. Zell, what's happening at the controls? Okay, there's, now these other buttons are lighting up. This button says, cameras activate. So I'm going to try that one. Is that, maybe that activates some, no, I think this must have to do with, I was almost going to be silly, but I was going to say, what if they had a team of chimeras, and we activate them? That would solve all, okay, oh boy, there's, the electric eye screens are getting, Wada, could you come over here? Wow. So I'm feeling, so those are starting to, I think that's the boot. I think boot means to start, in this world. And wow, those are the views from the electronic eyes. I'm sorry. I thought you said they would be like, remember one time you telling me they'd be like photographs, but these look more like animations, like drawings, like moving drawings, like a flip book. Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just, maybe that's, I don't know how they work, because it was only in the history books of the, history of the before time. Okay, Gazelle, do you mind if I look over on this control area? You stick to that control area. Oh, yeah, this is different buttons for different cameras. What do you got, Lord Von Chill? Okay, this is what I was, sales. I was spelling, I couldn't spell it, even though I was looking at the word. I don't know, something about the sound and the letters didn't make sense to me. Okay, and these ones are switches, okay, this one's kind of stuck, so I can't get that one open. Okay, let's open up the second one. Okay, is anybody over there? Oh, by the way, I found a ton of maps and things in the other room. And what are these called? These are printed blues. I think these were what they used for buildings, printed blues. Okay, that opened up that room for guests. There's still another set of doors. Actually, there was keys. There's a key ring in the desk of the office. That's what it's called, by the way. It's an office. There's keys to that door, that gate. So it was like a 3-layer thing. Interesting. Maybe this room was used post. It's very clean though, but post. Can anybody look in that room? Do we need the keys? No. There's some sort of highly advanced system to use the bathroom in there. I may want to try that out. Wait a second. Let me look at it. Wait, so that's to go to the bathroom. I would have thought that was a giant bowl for, no, yeah, that's, okay, so how do you go to the bathroom where, you sit down? You sit down? That's what you're doing? You squat over it? Oh, no. Interesting. Wow. It's quite interesting. I'm surprised we haven't, wait, so you sit on it? Oh. It's a throne. It's like a throne. I think that's what they called them. But then, like in a snarky way. Wow, a throne where you could go to the bathroom. I mean, there's times I've been deep in my cups that I have accidentally done that, but not in a way that would be so convenient. But these were for guests. So this is wow. This is Zell. How's it going over there? It's going great. I think this is Veduel up here on the screen here. It's a little bit hard to make out, but that does look like someone that's part dragon and powerful. And that seems to be their room. Now, if you look down at this, where the buttons are, Lord Von Schill, can you bring over those? See, that's a map. It's just a basic layout map. But if we look at this map here, and lay it out here, like the actual detailed map, that's perfect. So we could see where Veduel is. Look at, there's some sort of barracks they've made. We could see outside. Yeah, we could see all the toys. That was one of the rooms. So a lot of these cameras are in rooms we've been in. These are rooms we haven't been in. And that's Veduel. Now, let's see if we can find where the countdown machine is, because there does seem to be ones covering that, the pumping plant. Go ahead, Wada. What were you? Yeah, we got to wonder if the pumping plant must be also linked to wherever the fission or fusion is that's happening in here. And maybe that's why the electric I see over there. I don't know. Oh, Eleanor here, the fission or fusion is, I think, below or above us, because when Zell and I were making our way to meet up with you, I sealed up a hole with leakage that I believe was related to the fission or fusion. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so let's start to come up. We could just come up with an easy plan. This is great. What are you doing over there, Eleanor? I'm trying to get this other this switch unlocked so we can look, because I sense that's where the magic's coming from. Wanda, can you go over there? And I got close to that other sealed room. Yeah, there does seem, I'm doing a spell. Okay, yeah, I detect a sleeping rune in there. So whatever's happening is keeping someone in there asleep, or was. Okay, what if we hit it with your boot, boot it? Okay, it moved. Okay, it's opening. Okay, there's someone asleep in there. Let me go, but the rune's keeping them asleep. Is that the Baron of the Boil's son? Interesting. I think that is. I can't tell because they're asleep. Let me try to counter this rune. Well, but I think keep going with that plan, whatever the plan is. Let's not, let's stay focused and moving forward. Okay, so, Zell, you were saying like we could get to the, yeah, so I think we could easily come up with a plan. Like if you look at this map, keep using that marking device. So that's where Veduel is. There's the barracks. Okay, so label that. Perfect. That's their barracks. Okay, now we already see ways to get in those rooms. There's like 3 or 4 ways into each of those rooms. We could stay here and figure out Veduel's schedule. We could also, there's where the deactivation thing is. So we could try to deactivate the shutdown. And then if this is where the Baron of the Boil Sun is, then we've got everything covered here. And, wait a second. What is that? Granada, can you look at that too? Yeah, I'm looking. It seems to be, it's like, sparkling with magic. Is this my imagination or does that look like the couch in, our apartment? Yeah, no, that looks like, Wada, can you get over here? Yeah, I'm just countering this. I just got that spell countered. Okay, so they'll wake up in a little bit. Yeah, that is a portal to our, that seems like a portal to our world. So that must be how we get home. So we have everything, right? Because that's got to be the Baron of the Boil Sun. I don't want to open the door yet, just in case, but I know that I was supposed to look for an amulet the Baron of Boil Sun would be wearing. And I think 1 or 2 of you knows about a tattoo and a passphrase or something. But, yeah, so if we can get to that portal, wow, that portal is connected to the runes room by that tunnel. Zell, do you want to come? Do you have yeah, I already have a plan. So, here's the thing. We could go into this room. We could sneak into this other part of the attraction, right? See if we can make contact with any of the friends or Mary Bear and kind of do the same plan we're doing. Ideally spread the word for a double distraction. Let them know the stakes. Hey, we can all win here. Then we proceed. We find out if this is a Baron of Boil Sun. Maybe we even leave them here, right? Like, they have that throne toilet and, wasn't there water and some rations in the storage? So, then we could bring the Baron of Boil Sun with us, or we go stop Veduel, easily surprise Veduel. If this is, because that anteroom seems to be where all Veduel's planning's going. And, then we'll go to the runes. And, so we've got all this figured out. Okay, this is Wada. Yeah, it looks like the Baron of Boil is stirring, but not awake yet. Wait, what's happening on the screen? Boy, the screens, all the electrical eyes are malfunctioning or something because, now that seems to be, they seem to be forming into, is that Veduel's face? Yes, yes, this is Veduel. Hello, party adventurers, Zell, Granada, Wada, Eleanor, Lord Von Chill, Shaka when the walls fell, as they say. Actually, you wouldn't say that, just you. Okay, this is Veduel. Nice to meet all of you formally. And welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you found the electric eyes. They're supposed to be photographs, but those were magical images for your viewing pleasure. And yes, you saw the portal to your world. You saw the runes room. That's funny because the runes were never activated. That was a story I planted to lead you right here where I wanted you. And before you start talking or explaining or, shouting at me, know that every step of the way I've been keeping my eye on all of you. And while I haven't had total control over everything, Just like the party before you, I've been leading you where I wanted you to go. Now, there's good news in all this. It's not bad news at all. I mean, depending. I want you right here because I'm here to offer you an invitation. I could use your skills, magic, healing, powerful adventuring, dexterity, fleet of foot, intelligent, cunning. All of you have so many admirable qualities. And while you may be misguided by the Baron of the Boil, I think there's someone that could fill you in on how misguided the Baron of the Boil is. This power is not all good or all bad. It is a great power that we're going to free and connect with. And it will change this world. It could change your world as well. But I wanted to offer you a place in this world. You see, I think this world has everything you've always been looking for, each one of you. Don't you feel a place in this just fall right into place? Don't you realize that I'm the one that brought you here? Because I think you've always wanted to be here, each and every one of you. Your different reasons, to go into a world with real magic, with real powers of healing, with real opportunities for nimble dexterity, for holding hands and watching majestic things that don't exist in your world. To be in a world of expanding adventure instead of a world that's slowly getting smaller and smaller, of unknowns, of challenges, of endless adventures, not just in friendship, but across the land, new places to conquer or be conquered. And, of course, a connection to this new power, which will become a part of this world. Don't you realize why your world doesn't have any magic? You could also think about returning to your old world with magic and being the one who brings the magic into the new world. And yes, you say, well, what's the catch? You say, well, yeah, I can't cross over into your world. I could bring you into this one. But only you could bring the magic back through that portal. The magic of this one into that world. But we don't even need that right now. I'm inviting you to be here. That's an option for down the road. And I know you probably have some point, I can see by Zell's frowny face, you probably have some points of inquiry. And, of course, I have an ultimatum. I mean, that's how this thing works. So go ahead, Zell, and speak on behalf of your party if you wish. Well, what are your, so you're like, oh, sorry, we're being interrupted. Someone's shouting. Yeah, this is Wada. That's the Baron of the Boil. Son, can you confirm the passphrase? Within the ice, I find my warmth. Okay, okay, that is the passphrase. Thanks, Granada. Do you have a tattoo? Why? Oh, it's on your rear end? Okay, let's see it. Okay, and the amulet. Okay, the amulet should match up if you put it in the right side of your mouth with your teeth. Okay, it does. Baron of the Boil, son. So don't worry, we're in the process of getting you out. And we're just dealing with Veduel right now. But don't worry about it. Like, Veduel's listening, though. Okay, so sorry about you being interrupted, Zell. Go ahead. Okay, Veduel, what'll happen to the people that live here, the friends in this world? And what would happen to our world if something about this seems unnatural and wrong, and I don't know. But what about Mary Bear and the friends? Okay, Zell, you speak to me about unnatural. How would you feel if you were supposed to be just an attraction and you came to life? That seems pretty unnatural to me. What if you were supposed to cross over to the next phase of existence through this portal? And then you found yourself as Mary Bear. That seems pretty unnatural to me. I'm just here to restore the natural order to things. And maybe the Baron has not had everyone's best interests in mind the whole time. Maybe the Baron wants to keep this portal secret forever, flooded at what cost? Maybe the Baron's way of doing things is getting in the way of the natural order of things. Wouldn't her son agree with me? Yes, I am the son of the Baron of the Boil. And son in name, well, I'm here with Veduel by purpose to laugh at all of you. I wasn't asleep at all, Hardy. Har har. I've been waiting for you to arrive to let you know the same thing Veduel's saying. My mother's always worried about everybody instead of what's best for the world. And that's the same thing Veduel's saying. I don't know. This portal's been discovered to another world. We're just going to cover it up with water for 150 years and then see what happens. And who says that the toys need to, anything needs, maybe they could have their own world. We haven't made that decision yet. Veduel and I have been working pretty nicely with all of the toys. I mean, Mary Bear doesn't like us because Mary Bear doesn't like to listen. And I think we know best. And I think that all of you know best. And we're not asking you to do anything other than, you're supposed to rescue me. I've already been rescued. I was here on my own agenda the whole time. My mother asked you to defeat Veduel. I don't see that happening. My mother asked you to flood the park where now you've made friends. You don't have to do that. And here's the thing, you could go back to your world, I think is what Veduel's saying, or you could stay here with us and join us and be a part of something new for all of you. So, I got to go because I'm about to be teleported out, but I bid you adieu. Okay, Veduel back here, my brother, from someone we no longer call mother. So here's the ultimatum. We're going to close all the doors here remotely. So now you're a part of the security room, and you could stand there and think about your choice. Do you want to join us? You'll get free passage, and you could come join me. I do need a little bit of help at getting this portal out and controlling it. So I'm not trying to pull any wool over your eyes. It'll take a little bit of effort to make sure we can use it safely, and we have control over it. It doesn't have control over us. I know I could see on your faces, oh, Veduel's been tricked by a giant spirit-based dragon from another world, whispering in Veduel's ear every single night, telling me of my past and my potential as a dragon, telling me of endless possibilities that I could share with all of you. Or you could stay in here. Those other two security bots are able to be turned on, and they do create quite formidable opponents. So you could stay in this room and think about it for a little while, and then you could come join me, or you could stay in that room. And, you could look at, I'll leave you as you stay in this room with a view of your world and a view of the work I'm doing until, and then you could dance with those security bots. I don't think you'll come out on top. But even then, you've seen the armor that makes up those walls. And those doors will be locked. So make your choice. I'll give you some time to rest and think about it as I cast this spell of sleep to give you 8 solid hours of rest. And then you can make your choice whether to join me in adventure or not. Good night, everybody. From Veduel, a friend, not a foe. All right, I want to thank everybody that became a patron recently. Emily, Spara, and Emily. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Guindo, Chelsea, and Luis. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Todd, Brian, and Melissa. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Jennifer, Melissa, and Holly. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Fee, Tarmac, and Christina. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Frank, James, and Arlo. Thanks, and good night. Alex, Dave, and Colin. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Paula, Sophie, and Emma. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. And Rocket, Jimmy, and John. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Thanks to everybody who supports the show directly by being a rebel with the cause, paying for a free podcast, having a subscription, whether you do it to support the show or get to ad-free episodes or some other kind of bonus content. You're helping keep the show free for everybody, as well as those who support the sponsors. And I couldn't do it without the help of other people. So I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And also, a free way to support the show is to spread the word. Yes, spread the word about the podcast, let people know about it. And I really appreciate it. And here's Scoots asking you for something, or Tuck You In sponsor. That's how we're at 600 episodes in the ad-supported archive, ready to go. So if you're looking to listen to the show, there's plenty of options. Thanks and good night. Hey, boys, Scoots, before I tuck you in, we're having a sale, or I'll tuck you in with our sale. You could get 20% off Sleep With Me Plus for the next 3 months if you've been on the fence and you want to support the show, but it make a big difference for me. I know 20% off is like my sweet spot. If you want to support the show and save money, you could do that. It's right now through the end of the year. Right on our site, just use sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. We're having a sale, 20% off the next 3 months. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks.